Hey there, I'm Luis Torres, and welcome back to Season 2 of Youth on Safety, Health, and Wellness. We're still here keeping you safe, healthy, and well, and for the first time in front of a live studio audience. What? We're not? What? We don't have a budget. We don't have budget for that. Well, you know, one day we'll have that, but also stay for a special surprise at the end of the episode, a message from our friend Sparky.
Hey guys, it's Ivan.
And Astrid.
Welcome back to Season 2 of Youth on Safety, Health, and Wellness, starting with our Academy segment. Our Academy is one of a kind. It's been a way cadets have been helped and learned how to help others. Our Academy is just as interesting as its history.
In this segment, we will be interviewing Diego Garcia, Marcus Deon, and Chief Borja himself to uncover how this program came to be.
How important is the Academy to you and why?
Back in '89, there were a lot of incidents that we would go on. And you would think, being a firefighter, that you'd be responding to a lot of calls to put out fires, but we were responding to a lot of medical calls, which involved gunshot victims. And most of these individuals were young men in the city of Richmond, young men of color in the city of Richmond. And, you know, when I was growing up, we would go play football, basketball, baseball, and a lot of those things weren't going on at the time. People were involved in gangs, and so something needed to be done. And having just recently being hired and going through an academy where I learned self-discipline, where I learned academic achievement, and where I learned community service, I thought that that would be a good experience to expose to the young men of Richmond. You know, obviously on a smaller scale.
Firefighters have always had this role, almost celebrity status, and we recognized that there was some attention that was being paid to what we were doing as firefighters from young people. Some of the very same young people who were involved in some of the negativity going on in the community. So we thought that, well, maybe it'd be a good idea to really share with them how we do some of the things that we do, and bring them in and just, you know, give them an opportunity to learn something new and something different. At the same time, while showing them what firefighters do, we thought it would be good to also provide some mentoring, some guidance, and some direction. The benefits that this program has to offer young people, if they are willing to just meet us halfway. They still got to do the work, right? They still got to, you know, take the classes and really pay attention and understand the science behind it. But if they do, I mean, they can become a firefighter, EMT, paramedic. The skies are the limit. I mean, they can go as far as they want to go. And, you know, we're just happy to be able to provide that opportunity for people in Vallejo. We have a program in Sacramento, as you know, and so they're doing very well as well. And Richmond is still around as well. They're doing great things in their community to help young people give back to their community, you know, do well in school and make good decisions for themselves. That's what it's all about, making good decisions.
How do you believe the Youth Academy has benefited the community in the past, present, and future?
When I was in the Youth Academy, we did a lot of CPR training to the public. We did a lot of fire extinguisher training, teaching kids all about fire safety, and I feel like it's not only helps adults, but the younger generation, so when they become older, these things stick with them. So something that they can always have in case they're put into that situation.
How has the Academy inspired you, and what makes it important to you?
What makes it important to me is it helped me figure out that this is for sure something that I wanted to do. I only joined it for a year, but it helped me branch out where I was also part of the Vallejo Fire Explorer program, which was introduced to me by Chief. And from there, I just been doing EMR classes, EMT, thanks to this program where I was able to talk to the EMTs from Medic here at the Academy. And they also helped me with my Fire Academy as well. That I was able to talk to the Vallejo firefighters that pushed me and, you know, told me where I had to go and lead me in the right direction.
Back then, when we started the program, we had 3 core values. Those core values are the same core values that we have today: academic achievement, community service, and self-discipline. And so some of the things that we're doing today were similar to the things we were doing back then. We were just appealing to a different audience. Any young person who is uncertain of their ability or what they want to do, if they enjoy helping people and want to be a part of something positive, it was a good place to be. And it still is today. It's a wonderful place to be if you want to get involved with your community and you want to do something positive.
The importance of the program to me is just being a part of it, to see that it's still going on, and having the opportunity to be a part of it again.
Youth who are interested in becoming a first responder, whether it's a firefighter, EMT, paramedic, nurse, they should really look into this program and, you know, see if there's a opportunity for them to join. And if there is, they should definitely take advantage of it.
It is interesting to hear why the Fire Academy was created. Thank you so much for watching this segment.
We'll catch you next time with more Academy features.
Hello, in today's safety segment, we're going to feature c.e.r.t's history and show a few clips of their training. If you'd like to join c.e.r.t, please visit here. And if not, I'll see you soon.
Hi, my name is Victor Chang. I'm a member of Bainbridge Prepares, and specifically the Community Emergency Response Team, also known as c.e.r.t. I'm also a member of the Bainbridge Island Emergency Medical Responders, which is another division within Bainbridge Prepares. In this video, I'd like to talk to you about what is c.e.r.t and what does it involve, what do you do, and how does it benefit you and the community. So for some background, c.e.r.t started in the 1980s out of the Los Angeles Fire Department. And it came out of a discovery after one of the major earthquakes in California that the fire department was in no way prepared to handle a major catastrophe in terms of responding to hundreds of thousands of potential 911 calls. And as they looked around the world, they realized that best practice outside the United States was to have community members get involved in light search and rescue type of activities and providing first aid, really neighbors helping neighbors more than anything else. So they started this program called c.e.r.t. The federal level, the FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, discovered it, decided to embrace it, adopt it, and formalize it as a federal program. So today, there are thousands, if not tens of thousands, of c.e.r.t organizations within the United States and all 50 states. And it really is under the premise that in a major disaster, it's neighbors helping neighbors. So let me explain what c.e.r.t includes. It is a program that is a volunteer-based organization that involves learning how to put out small fires, so using a fire extinguisher and actually practicing. It involves doing first aid, as well as what we call light urban search and rescue. So in the event of an earthquake originally, you know, is it safe to enter your neighbor's home? How do you search a home? How do you clear a home to make sure that there's nobody injured in there? And how do you mark a home on the windows to indicate that home's been searched and cleared, and other first and second responders don't need to go search, at least not that particular time. So there's an entire process for handling disasters. Over the years, c.e.r.t has been expanded from just earthquake management to encompass a wide range of disasters and emergency situations. So what I thought I'd do is maybe share some of my experiences with c.e.r.t, both in training and in live missions, and what it means to me and this community. So training has involved CPR, all kinds of first aid, dealing with infectious diseases, which has come in handy lately, and light search and rescue. So we actually practice searching buildings, wearing protective equipment, using radios, and how do you handle and prepare in a disaster. Supplemental training I've been involved with. Bainbridge Island is fantastic at its supplemental training. It's really, really quite excellent. So add-on training I've been involved with is emergency childbirth. So I took an emergency childbirth class. I've taken a class on de-escalation training for first responders. That was really quite interesting. There's classes on controlling major bleeds, as well as traffic control and crowd control, all classes that I've taken. So it's been a great opportunity to learn new skills, to contribute to the community. Most of the time and effort is in learning these skills and building confidence, really, and the ability to handle yourself, your family, as well as help with your neighbors in the event of major disaster.
Well, that was very interesting and informative. I hope you learned something. Let's get on to the training.
Now you want to explain everything that's going to happen. Exactly. So what I'm going to do on the count of 3, I'm going to tip the chair back, then we'll pick you up and we'll move you. So you come around to the back of the chair, put one foot against the leg of the chair to stabilize it, grab the sides of the chair in a comfortable position. It's important that you have the person with the better upper body strength do this part, because this is going to be the heavier portion of the lift. So we'll grab the chair. On 3, I'm going to tip you back. Do not reach out. 1, 2, 3. Tip the chair back. If you'd like to come around the front, squat down and grab the legs of the chair. A little bit lower. Good. We'll pick up on 3. 1, 2, 3. And we'll move the victim. We'll set the patient down on 3. 1, 2, 3. And then down again. 1, 2, 3.
So I'm going to start with her head and work my way down her body. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to touch your head right now, see if I find any bumps, bruises, or deformities, any bleeding or anything like that. Every now and again, pulling my hand back to see if I find any bleeding or any fluid on my hands. Okay, looking at the ears, the head, coming down along the face, making sure I have symmetry along the face. Okay. Looking at the neck, looking for symmetry, looking at both sides. See if anything's out of the ordinary that I may find or see. Checking the back of the neck, make sure you reach all the way around, because at one spot you miss and may be something that's very severe. Checking the shoulders, coming down the arm, checking it very quickly, checking for any bleeding, deformities. Every now and again, pulling your hands back, looking at your patient. Okay, walking around the side. Now, this is very important because you do not want to reach over the person, okay, or slip, trip, or fall on top of the person, which will make it worse for the victim. Checking the other side as I did before. Okay.
First rescuer is going to come to the head of the victim, grab the victim by his shoulders, lift the victim up. At this point, you can rest them against your knees. Come in. You can go and grab onto their wrists. At this point, I'm going to want you to step between his legs.
Okay.
I'm actually going to want you to face me. It's a little bit easier when we're going to be going over some rough terrain or downstairs to be facing each other.
Okay.
So if you want to squat down, bend, grab them at the knees. On 3, we'll pick them up. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And at this point now, you could rest them on your hips. And that's a little easier for you to carry.
Yes.
And we're going to go backwards towards me. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. We'll set them down on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now that the victim's on the ground, you'll want to support the shoulders, head, and neck as you lower the victim all the way to the ground. Nice job. Are there any questions?
Well, that certainly was a lot of valuable information. I hope you learned something, because I certainly did. If you'd like to join c.e.r.t, please visit here. And I'll see you soon.
Have you ever felt like you needed help, but you had to handle it on your own? Or have you ever felt like you had to hide because no one would understand? Or maybe you had thoughts or feelings you kept to yourself because you didn't want anyone to know you were hurting. That's stigma, negative judgments or stereotypes that we believe to be true even though they're not true. These judgments may be learned from social media, culture, or beliefs. When it comes to mental health, stigma can lead to feelings of shame or guilt, and resistance to seek out help and resources. But the truth is, everyone needs help sometimes. In fact, 1 in 6 U.S. youth aged 6 through 17 experience a mental health condition each year. And suicide is the second leading cause of death among people aged 10 to 34. So if it's so common, why do we stigmatize mental health? Let's break the cycle. Talk about mental health. Ask questions. And trust that you are not alone.
Hello, my name is Astrid.
And I'm Ivan. And in today's first health segment, licensed family counselor Kristen Skillman with Solano County's Office of Education will discuss the inclusion of wellness centers in school campuses. We hope you enjoy.
As we return to school campuses, it's important that schools have systems of support for social emotional wellness in place for students of all ages. Solano County Office of Education has been able to secure more than $1.7 million in grant funding to make social emotional wellness a priority and help Solano schools develop student wellness centers on their campuses.
Mental health for students, mental health for adults is so important. We send our kids to school so they can learn, but if they're not mentally healthy, they are really not in a position to take in all the teachers are trying to expose them to. Solano County Office of Education, our clinical program is so passionate about wellness centers. We are collaborating with schools to really adapt the wellness center into their own culture. We know that to really give all kids the opportunity to learn, we need to embed mental health within our community at their school sites. It's not so much about traditional therapy, it's about meeting kids where they're at and giving them skills to maintain. So we want young people to know that there are tons of interventions they can use, and this is the place where they can come and try different things out. So we really want to continue to be advocates for young people and their mental health and take a community approach with addressing stigma that prevents young people and families from getting support with managing mental health. And I can't think of a better way to do that than the wellness centers at our school sites.
We are so grateful for our partnerships and fortunate to have grant funding from the California Department of Education, Solano County Behavioral Health, and the County Medical Services Program to support Solano students and schools in creating these safe spaces where students can connect with needed support and learn coping and stress management skills so that they can effectively learn, grow, and thrive and achieve lifelong success. That's really what it's all about.
Providing children with new mental health coping skills through wellness centers is an amazing idea. We are appreciative of these efforts and the way they benefit young people in the community. We will see you next time with more from Kristen Skillman in the next episode.
Get ready for our education segment with Coach Davis.
Hello, I'm Crystal. And I'm Olga. Today, our education segment is going to be highlighting an outstanding math teacher and basketball coach at Jesse Bethel High School.
He has coached and taught for over 46 years. We're so excited to have the opportunity to interview him and have him as our math teacher.
We hope you enjoy.
I'm also the type of person I enjoy people, one thing. You know, I enjoy working with kids. That's my goal in life, is to make them accomplish something serious about themselves. And I enjoy teaching because teaching is a passion to me. I don't like teaching high school. I'm at college. I taught college for 1 year, really one semester. I didn't even last a year. And I left there and started back into high school because that's the one I wanted to work with, so I can motivate young people to be the best that they can be. I left there and went to Oklahoma. I was stationed in Oklahoma. I was still in the military, sitting around the house, not doing anything, because I couldn't go to work. I was just still healing. So I said, what I can do with life? I always wanted to coach. So they said, in order to be a coach, you got to become a teacher. I said, you crazy. I don't want to be no teacher. I wanted to be a doctor. That's why I went to school for, to be a doctor. I love math and science, and I wanted to be a doctor. And I was okay, to be a teacher, I got to decide what I'm going to major in. So I had a 50-cent piece in my pocket. I flipped it. Out of my pocket, I flipped it up in the air. Head, I become a math teacher. Science, I became a science teacher. So it landed on head. I said, okay, I'm gonna become a math teacher. So I went back to college in Lawton, Oklahoma. That's where I was living at the time. and I got my degree teaching math right there in Lawton, Oklahoma. In my career, I have been very successful. My first year of coaching, I went undefeated and won a national championship coaching boys basketball. So I got tired there because I spent there 3 years, nothing else I can accomplish anymore. Because I had won a championship, and I said I can't go nowhere but down, so I said time to move on and try to accomplish some other goal. So I would go online and search for schools that needed help. I never went to a school that didn't need help. I always look and see what they need. Where they needed a good math teacher, needed a good coach, their coaching record was horrible, or their math score was low, I would pick that school. And the reason I would pick that school, because I want to uplift that program. And I always been successful in that. So I left Oklahoma and went to Texas. El Paso, Texas, a little small town outside of El Paso called Fayetteville, Texas. And believe it or not, I won a championship there as well. Became Teacher of the Year and Coach of the Year. I wrote a book called I Hate Math. It was a book that I was going to use as my thesis for my doctor's statement. But they said I had too many examples. They would never approve the book. They said it was too many examples in it. And I said, that's the purpose of a book. To give kids examples so the teachers, when the teacher's not there, they have something to follow on. So I didn't try to publish it again. I just use it for my classes. And that's where I get a lot of my examples from what I used in the past. And I've been using that for 30 years. And math haven't changed in 30 years. Math is still math. It's always going to be math. Math was created a long time ago, and everything's still the same now. The only difference is the way people teach it now. I said, some of my accomplishment again, I've been National Teacher of the Year. I've been President Scholar of Math and Science. I've been Channel 6 News, Channel 12 News, Teacher of the Year, Walmart Teacher of the Year. I've been Coach of the Year several times. I've been National Coach of the Year once. So, like I said, I've been blessed. And it's not because of me, it's because of you young people who have made me better than what I am today. And that's what I want to tell everybody, to keep believing in God first and take care of yourself and the youth that you work with. You will be successful in everything you do. I enjoy this. I really appreciate talking to you. Have a good evening. Bye.
Well, that certainly was something. We hope you enjoyed meeting Mr. Davis because he's such an incredible individual.
We're so thankful for having someone like him in our community.
We hope you like this segment as much as we like producing it.
Solano County Public Health's mission is to inform the community of any information surrounding diseases so they can help stop their spread. They prioritize the health of Solano residents and community members, which is proven through their many services they provide. Examples of these services are public health nurse home visits and preparations for any public health emergency that may occur. Solano County Public Health's vision is healthy people equals a healthy community. On their website, you can find a lot of important information and be informed on significant matters such as the coronavirus. To access their website, simply type in solanocounty.com on your device's search engine. If you're using a computer, hover your mouse over the departments box at the top of the website. If you're using a mobile device, you have to click on it instead. A green menu should drop down where you'll find the section Public Health at the right side. Click on it and you're set. As a note, the options menu located on the left provides easier navigation throughout their website. While you're there, feel free to explore the rest of the website, and I'm sure you will find more information that can help you.
As part of our virus tracking, we're keeping a close eye on the Omicron BA.2 subvariant. The good news is we are continuing to see COVID-19 trends stabilize, including cases, hospitalizations, and deaths. California continues to monitor COVID-19, not just in our state, but across the nation and in other countries. We created the Smarter Plan to respond accordingly and with greater flexibility based on what we've learned over the last few years. As always, we strongly recommend keeping up with the basic tools that have been proven to help protect us and lower the chances of COVID-19 spread. These tools include staying up to date with your COVID-19 vaccinations and getting your booster when eligible, wearing a mask with good fit and filtration, especially when in crowded settings or indoors, and getting tested for COVID-19 if you have symptoms or you've been exposed to the virus. and stay home for at least 5 days if you do test positive or until your symptoms improve, and ask your health provider about treatment if you may be at risk for serious disease. Let's keep up the good work and keep each other safer, California. To find a COVID-19 vaccine near you, visit myturn.ca.gov.
Hi, my name is Evan Solano.
Hi, I'm Genesis Carlisle.
We have an exciting announcement for all Vallejo residents. We are hosting Vallejo's Got Talent,
a competition for middle and high schoolers in Vallejo to show their talent. In this segment, we'll be showing you the wonderful thing that is Vallejo's Got Talent.
What's up, Vallejo? I am Sparky, the host of this endeavor, and we are excited to be doing Vallejo's Got Talent. Vallejo's Got Talent is a talent competition for high school and middle school age youth in Vallejo, California. The purpose of the project is to provide a platform for local youth to share their talent with their community by promoting overall wellness while also competing for a $1,000 grand prize. For decades, Vallejo has been a breeding ground for artistic talent between artists, musicians, singers, athletes, and other talented functions. Vallejo has set a high standard for talent across the Bay Area. This contest is in partnership with SFARY, a nonprofit organization focused on guiding and supporting youth in urban communities. The SFARY's flagship program is the Ron McBee Firefighter EMS Youth Academy, which is based in Vallejo. To learn more about SFARY and its program, visit www.firefighteryouthacademy.org.
Kids next door. Kids next door.
Shut up, Martin. It's really stupid.
Thank you for watching another great episode of Youth on Safety, Health, and Wellness. I hope you learned something and, of course, had fun while doing so. See you next time. What? I thought we didn't have budget for that.